guys, I had an experience that I want to talk about.
So dramatic. I love it. Let's go.
What happened? Your dad called. So let me ask you this: like you've been whooped butt naked?
No. Obviously, I'm not stupid.
No, but did she tell you oil yourself
my
first?
My grandmother didn't care. Like you got whooped how you were found.
You should have oiled yourself it slides off of you. Ain't you watch Django?
I don't know, bro. Like I just know belts. Yeah, but my grandmother also had like this. My granddad used to work in
a slave thingy.
Like it was.
The mics are blood clot open. Check.
Select accent for the podcast.
Calvin always late.
Yo, what's up? This is episode 290. We are back in the building. It is a happy new year from the mics are open. My name's G Money.
Andy Young.
Big C.
Yo,
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, man.
Blessings upon blessings.
Yeah, man.
Clearly,
What?
Mr. Burgundy.
Hey,
We're
listen.
sorry.
Listen, we're working
Helping
on
with the
this.
shoe game. It's the the jazzy and that.
Bless.
So let me give a shout out
like
to there's a fashion design label called Authentic Self, right?
Authentic
AOC,
Self.
This is the logo, AOC, Authentic Self. Oh yeah, Authentic Self, right? So remember on the pod when I mentioned about I want to change my wardrobe.
Yeah.
So they hit me like, we want to send you some stuff. I didn't think much of it. I was just like, yeah, whatever. Because, you were here.
Yeah.
So they delivered it to the studio. Austin sent me a picture of the stuff that they delivered. And I was like, yo, but that color. Austin's like, nah, I think you'll like it when you see it. Like,
Yeah.
It's a good color.
I just realized that Austin had a bad phone.
Oh.
So the colors were bad. Bro, I got this stuff.
New year, new.
You're like,
Bro, they sent me like a hoodie, like a
you
jumper.
thought it was a chameleon.
Bro, look at these colors, bro. Like,
It's fun,
That's
right?
fly.
It's fly.
Ah,
It's fly.
Then I looked into
it's
my
warm as well, huh?
extensive sneaker
Oh,
collection.
You're like,
And I
in
was
it.
like, first part of the year,
Yeah, you have to show
Let's
it.
go.
Authentic
So then
Self.
you gotta pop out and show niggas,
I
man.
gotta pop out and show
I
them.
love it. I love it.
Shout out
it.
to Authentic Self. You guys, I love it.
Nice.
Check them
proper
out.
one.
I'm
I
sure
like
they're
it.
on IG, on Instagram. Check, bro. Look at this. It's got that,
You can even,
yo,
That's fly.
bro.
It's got the
Like you could,
That's fly.
put down
yeah,
on-
like you could. Ooh.
You see?
I was about to say something else.
What's that?
Like you
Pop
could
it-
get, you
pop it
could,
out.
you could get ahead through that.
Welcome back, Calvin.
Some things haven't changed.
So big up Authentic Self. I appreciate and
This is dope.
feel
That's
free
fire.
to deck out the man them because they like it. So yeah,
Oh, that's
man.
fire. That's
you know
fire.
what I mean.
Yeah.
So what one?
Yeah. Nah. How's your crossovers, Mr. Ghana? Ogwan.
Ah,
Yeah.
You guys were in the club.
So I had a very different New Year's Eve this year.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't planned to do a gig. So I got called by Aloy in Sarit. And I actually didn't want to do anything this New Year's Eve.
Why?
I just felt like I didn't need to. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And there was no point of difference everywhere. Like if you was to go to any club, it was all the same thing. So when they came to me and they were like, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use Hornsphere. Now Hornsphere is one of my favorite like bands in Kenya. Because you have bands that are just loud, but now you have bands that are good.
Yeah.
Hornsphere are sick. So they goes like, what we'll do is that we'll have a package where guys come for dinner. Hornsphere will do till 11:30. Then you come on 11:30, you play till like 1:30. Then we have the DJ coming. I was like, so
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. So, as usual, last minute things. I get there, we do sound check. So when I get there at like 10 o'clock on
The day.
the day, and I see all the tables are full. And I go upstairs and I see all the tables are full. And guys are having dinner.
Yeah.
And Hornsphere is playing in the background.
And the ambience at
And
Aloe.
ambience is
Yeah,
nice.
it's nasty
Yo,
work.
let me tell you.
Yeah.
I felt good. So like, even when we crossed over at midnight and then there's a balcony so guys can see the fireworks and stuff, I thought to myself, I'm happy I took this gig.
Yeah.
Because it was different. It felt different. I felt like the people who were there they got to experience me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And I got to experience them as well. I really had a good time.
You were out as well. You were playing.
Yeah. But wait. So you're playing from what time?
From 11:30 till 1:30.
Nice. I feel like we've done this podcast long enough to take in what song was played, crossing over. So what song did you drop?
Right. So the interesting thing is I played an old song. I played the most commercial song you could play. And I'll tell you why, before I tell you what song it was. Because it was such a diverse crowd. So it was like Indians and black folk and white folk. I thought to myself, I'm going to have to find a song that everyone knows. And I played Chris Brown.
What Chris Brown?
Yeah.
Oh,
The one you were hating on
okay.
during
When I was hating on
That's all.
Oh, wow.
But it's a universal song.
Oh, this is poetry.
What about you?
I love it. I played Stylo's Bam Bam. Yeah, Nancy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like that
interesting.
song.
Yeah.
What was that crowd?
So I was at 15.
yeah.
You're one of the
so-
few DJs who's consistently stuck with that song.
Yeah, I love it,
You
bro.
like that
Like,
song, I know.
because the energy on that song, it's crazy, and because of the
Lyrical
sample,
bam, bam. Yeah.
you know, everybody can recognize this. So
That song is such a whole
yeah,
song.
I had wanted to go with either Finn
Right.
or I wanted to do trap, something that
Yeah.
maybe Travis or Kanye kind of production, something that would get the crowd going. But then I saw the crowd that I was working with,
And you had to make
I
that
also
decision.
needed something a bit more diverse, something that would get a wider market. So
Tell you
I
what,
decided
though.
that was it for me, man.
Tell you what though, before we go to Ghana,
Yeah.
do you know one of my gigs of the season was Mass House on
On a Friday.
that Friday?
The
that
last
club,
one.
they call it
The club
Clubhouse?
night.
Oh, that finale.
Club night, yeah.
Yeah.
That finale club now at Mass House. So
Yeah.
honestly, and I'm sure that every DJ, if you're honest, you can relate to this. Before I went to that gig, I was thinking, okay, Mass House guys have been partying here throughout the whole of December. It's Friday. It's the Friday before New Year's Eve. Maybe guys are gonna conserve their money. The New Year's, bruh.
Guess what?
In which Nairobi?
So my set's like so it's me and John. So John's set was 11 to 1. My set was 1 to 3. And anyone knows me, I hate starting at 1 o'clock. But when I get to this place and I'm hearing John, and John is playing Dochi, he's playing
dropping them.
Glorilla,
The urban
and I
crowd.
can just
Yes.
hear the music. I can just hear
Homeboys radio
people-
playlist.
Oh my gosh! So when I get in there and I see that this place is packed, and it's a crowd who have come to just, it was
Yeah,
crazy.
they're hungry for blood.
It was
Yeah.
crazy. I played like Macklemore. Macklemore, like
Really?
can't hold us.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
That's a tune.
Nice.
But when I haven't had a chance to play that for a long time.
That's one of the reasons why I love Muscles has become one of those spots that a DJ who loves music
Can express
and
themselves.
who isn't afraid to just, as you're saying, express themselves without the pressure of wanting to impress people with some, consistent hits that everybody is used to. You're gonna enjoy playing there, man.
Yeah. Mass House is becoming like one of the top venues. Very easy to do events there, but also a great place to DJ as well. So
They're changing the game, man.
now we had to get our December out of the way because now we're going to Ghana.
Yeah,
So
man.
it's like CNN. So this is Mike's Open CNN, and we can go live over to our reporter in Accra. Calvin, are you there?
Yeah. Akwaba.
But
Yo, I was in the church.
I saw that.
Yeah,
At the crossover.
at the crossover.
Do you know what? I saw
That's
that Calvin
different.
went to church at crossover. I thought to myself, what? This is heathen pro max.
Yo,
This is heathen pro max.
and crazy thing is I didn't get the memo. I wore black.
Okay.
Everyone was in white.
Right.
They were all wear white.
You're always standing out in this.
Yeah, I was just like, why didn't you guys tell me? Everyone was in white,
Right.
and it was a very big church. Like, the church was so big. They had like military outside, fam,
Wow.
with like a tank of sorts.
Yeah, the pastor
I was
was
just
like, the pastor was like,
Yo.
collection fitting to be big. I need security.
So it was an amazing church. The pastor's like one of the big pastors out there.
Okay.
So he's like one of the guys. He even prophesied and said, as we record this yesterday, they just had the inauguration of Mahama. He was like, Mahama, you will be president, right? Mahama's coming back for a second term, right? Just like Donald Trump kind of thing. Crazy thing about him, the pastor used
Wait,
to be.
so he beat that Nana guy. Nana's out.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Go on.
Yeah, you remember he was president, and then N something took over, so now he's back.
Okay.
Yeah. So the pastor had 2 of his fingers chopped because he used to be a thief. like a
wow.
proper one. So he's like a reformed guy for years. So like he's one of those guys who's not faking it. He's like a been there. So when he was there, like
He's like crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, I used to sell dope.
Yeah. You know, I stabbed my what is it? His cousin. Right, so it was an interesting experience. Just being in church, the countdown, listening to the sermon right before that, and then the countdown, and then after 15 minutes, everybody's out, gone. No. Well, you could tell the guys who are like me, who were there to do the crossover, and then we got to be at Polo Beach Club.
At the club, Polo Beach Club.
Yeah. So it was very different seeing guys. I've never been to church on New Year's.
Your first time in Ghana as well, right?
Yeah, first time in Ghana. Yeah, so very different. Like, I don't know if I told you this, right? For all of the trips that I've done, I have never moved my flight. This time around, I moved my flight.
Forward.
Bashili bash.
No.
Back.
I was like, listen, I can't make it to Sunday.
Oh, to come home early.
Yo, I was like, I'm out. Really? I am out. I swear to God.
You know, in Ghana, Christmas...
Such a
you know
woos,
that,
man.
No, it's not a woos, bro.
Yo.
Like, here's the thing.
Such a woos.
they're still
move.
partying, you know that, right?
Yeah.
Up until the 10th of January.
Up until, and you know, because they've
10th
also...
of January or 70th December.
Because you know they've also got inauguration that happened yesterday, and I'm seeing as of today, DC Youngfly has just come
he
in.
just landed, yeah, with
He's just
Michael
landed,
Blackson,
invited
yeah.
by Michael Blackson. So it's just a mess.
on the 7th of December.
Bro, like it got to a point I was just like, nah, bro.
Let me tell you.
Because what's crazy about it is this, right? So first and foremost, Accra is hot.
And packed.
Hot, like extremely hot. Like when we even wake up from the hotel, you're like, hey, I need to go have lunch, right? And you're looking for like a good place to have lunch. There's one place I used to go to called Living Room. Bro, you gotta wait like an hour to get in. Bro, it's so packed. All my life, I've not been to a place and seen that many Americans.
But that's you know, the funny thing is, that's why I stopped going to Ghana in December.
Too many.
It's too much. Listen, you can kill yourself.
Yeah.
It's every night there's an after party.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is like moving around can be so difficult because getting the Ubers, you can't get an Uber.
It's
it
a
became
lot.
It's a lot.
It's too much.
So like,
but everyone's happy.
It's a vibe.
Like one thing you know is immediately, and I don't know if you share this, Ghanaians and just the people in Ghana in December, guys are happy.
So, like, I'll say this, right? First and foremost, quickest immigration ever been through in my life.
Yeah.
Off the plane, pop, immigration, 2 minutes, because you know we don't need a visa to go there. She literally stamped it and was like, "Hi, you're here for what?" I was like, "I'm here for Afrofuture." Then she's like, "How do you say welcome in Swahili?" I'm like, "How do you say welcome?"
Karibu.
Yeah, karibu, right? And she's like, "Off you go."
Come
literally,
on, bro. You were just
right
away for
after
1
that,
minute. You couldn't have forgotten Kiswahili, bro.
yeah, I was, because my thoughts were you get so and then you're literally there, you're waiting for your luggage by the belt. It was so quick, so effective.
Not a nice airport.
Very nice airport as well. Bloody good AC
But
until you get out.
You know they built that because the African Cup of Nations was there like it's about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So they
I
built,
saw some of the facilities
Right.
they built
Yeah, so they all-
at the university.
that whole airport was built when Ghana hosted Cup of Nations.
Yeah, but I'll tell you this, right? So Ghana, they're doing an exemplary job marketing themselves.
Oh my God.
Very
Proper.
good. Very good. You've seen Dr. Umar's just gotten citizenship?
Yep. A whole bunch.
A whole bunch of them, yeah. Like a lot of Americans are getting citizenship over there.
Nice.
So in short, just with the Americans and the guys from the UK as well. And now here's the thing, right? So what I've learned off of doing Dirty December in Lagos and now in Accra is, so if you start in Accra, you probably want to go to Lagos after. But what I noticed this time, a lot of like guys I knew who were in Lagos were coming down to Accra. That's what even Marvin and them did. They were down by thingy.
Marvin from Three Shots.
Yes. 3 shots of tequila. So they were in Lagos and then took a flight down to come for thingy. But I'll tell you this, like I was telling G, and I agree, bro, Accra's like Nakuru.
Yeah.
It's not that big.
Yeah, it's really, actually, it's, go on.
That's what she said.
It's actually, I think it's actually like half the size of Nairobi. And the thing about it is, it's like, it's just so congested. I remember like the last time when I vowed never to go back in December was there's a time I was at Kempinski.
Yeah.
And the service was so bad because they were just overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And like Americans, like you said, Ghana has marketed itself really well as the gateway to Africa. Welcome to the motherland. Like, I don't understand how no other country has tapped into that. Because I understand the connection between Ghana and the West.
Yeah.
Like, you know, for example, because of slave
trade,
and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
But yo, man, we need to make some shit up down here, bro.
Bro, we really do. Like I actually thought about some of the offerings that they have in terms of tourist attractions, right? Which I never did, by the way. You know, I never did nothing other than party every single day.
Even
I believe you.
the only thing that
so
I've
sad.
done in Ghana outside of Accra is I went to the slave castles.
Yeah.
And that was it. And you know, I said it before in the podcast, when I went to this, I didn't expect to feel anything, but it's like, wow, this is kind of deep.
It's deep. Yeah.
So what they've done is they've that whole year of return that they did a few years ago.
It's really
wild.
worked. The outgoing president, the daughter did a really good job. A lot of people have actually been saying she should be retained because she really did a good job in terms of like marketing. Yo, I was taken close to the presidential palace where Mick Mill shot the video at.
Right.
Yo, it is plush. It's like a pyramid of sorts, and it's just golden. Yeah. So hey, they're looking good.
Yeah.
But let me tell you this: if you're thinking about going to Accra in December, definitely worth checking out an experience. Plan in advance, get a good hotel.
Yeah, way in advance.
I think you really need to be on cardio.
Yeah,
you need your cardio. Because, bro, you know, here's the thing, right? So we're by the beach, right? Where Afrofuture was happening. That's like, I was just giving perspective. It's like here and Kiambu Road. You understand?
But here you mean Upper Hill?
Upper Hill to
Kiambu Road.
Okay.
So like on the roads and everything. So you can imagine guys are leaving Kiambu Road to come back here to hit the club. And then, but the most amazing bit of all of that was the breakfast joints were packed like this. Because you guys, 9 a.m., you're finding people, all of you guys, like 9 a.m. So what actually made me go like, yo, I can't survive here was, first and foremost, you guys are clubbing until 9. I'm not used to that. And then the 3-hour difference. So if you're trying to get anything done in Nairobi, by the time you go to bed at 9, it's 3. You're waking up, guys in Nairobi, it's 6. Yeah. So, but beautiful place. Check it out, man.
Is the cardio because like you're doing a lot of partying and movement, or because you sent me a message at 7 a.m. telling me that Accra is the toy market for beautiful women?
Yo, I sent this. I sent Andy a message.
I love Calvin, man. This one provoked, man.
I was like,
yo,
bro. So I was going out to Kojo Manuel. He's a radio presenter over there,
Jesus.
right? He was like, he said something to me in Ghanaian. What would you call it?
In Twi.
He was like, he said there's like a second-hand market, which is like toy market. He was like, Accra right now is like that. I was like, Andy, I gotta tell you this. Bro, it was, honestly though,
so random.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I've never been to a place with that many beautiful women.
Really?
That many. Like that many.
Blankets, man. I can lend up blankets and bro.
I saw blankets, but here I'm telling you this, right? Like every night, man.
Don't stop.
But the whole world is there, so you're gonna see a whole lot of beauty. You're gonna see standards.
And the craziest thing was, like, you talk to the babes. They were so like, hey, so where are you from? Like, they were so ready to mingle.
They're engaging in conversation.
Oh my God!
Nice.
If Austin was there, look, Austin, we would have never gotten Austin back.
Yeah.
Mimba pregnancy.
Oh, but it's amazing, man. So check it out, definitely.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like so I was in Uganda.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Uganda was crazy. I don't know if we potted since then. That was I don't think we potted since then.
No.
I was in Uganda for an event called Reminisce. It was the advert is the grown folks playground, and like they
sounds kinky. Not gonna lie.
Wait till you see the Nairobi edition, which is coming, the 3rd of May.
Nice.
So. And this was the 10th edition in Kampala.
Okay.
And they do editions in Kampala, Kigali, London, and Geneva.
Nice.
So they're coming to Nairobi in May, right? Crazy event, like nice space, perfect weather. I was a bit concerned because over the DJ booth there was no tent. But you know, in Uganda they say that you go to the rainmaker and the rainmaker says, you tell the rainmaker, you pay the rainmaker,
It will not rain.
it will not rain. But I've been to 3 gigs out there where they've paid the rainmaker and it's not rained. So
That shit works.
there might be something in there.
It does.
But anyway,
Proceeds to play Make It Rain by Lilo.
yeah. But the interesting thing is, it's like, I know that like Kenya, Nairobi, way more developed than Kampala. Kampala is just like, you don't have roads, you have potholes with bits of road, you know.
And a lot of hills.
And a lot of hills, but whatever. But you know what? Guys seem happy.
They're very happy.
And it made me think that, like, end of the day, like, are we jaundiced? Is it, when you go into Ghana, you feel the warmth. It's real. It's like you feel like people are happy.
People are happy. People are generous.
Yeah, you go into Uganda. Do you feel that, like, do people who come from abroad feel that about us?
I don't think so.
Yes.
Here's how. I'll tell you this,
Some.
right? And let's take it back to the experience even at immigration. Our immigration needs to fucking style up. Them guys are not happy. I feel like the guys in immigration should be the first guys to make you feel welcome.
Yes.
Yeah, because our guys are usually just like, what flight? Why are you here?
Right.
You know, like engage. Like when I was telling you in Accra, she was like, oh, this, that, oh, you'll have fun. Make sure you try this. I'm like, okay, this is
Conversation.
different.
You feel the warmth, the
I
reception.
felt the warmth. Like you can't fake that. And you
Trying
can
to feel the
imagine
warmth,
and you can imagine an immigration job. It's very tiring. Like a lot of people are passing through. But the fact that you're trying to engage all of them. I don't, well, over here, I don't know, but it's a bit different. But the same thing for Ugandans. Ugandans are very happy people.
Yeah.
Like I was being told, someone told me, you can fire a guy in Uganda. And they'll be like, you fired me. Okay, it is okay. As long as I have food. You know those guys have food for days.
But another thing about Uganda,
You can't go hungry.
I went into what I think is one of the best clubs that I've seen in East Africa.
Which one's that?
Noni V.
Noni V.
Called Noni V. It's owned by a guy called Jeremy Rady and his business partner. So Jeremy and I go back because we did the first Conscience gig in Uganda. Okay, but these guys didn't pay me.
Yeah, that one.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. It's like, so the story on that one was that we'd booked Conscience. Some other guys were paying for the event and they were supposed to pay us. They disappeared with the money.
Oh,
man.
shit.
Yeah, I came back to Kenya like after a weekend of hassle with
Damn.
what I said.
Damn.
But you know, that was a part of the growing pains, I guess. So Jeremy owns this club. I get there, it's beautiful, massive. And what I liked about it, it shows you can have a mass club in terms of space, but if you lay it out nicely, it doesn't even feel as big as it really is. So I got litty. And you know, I've not been drinking, so I got proper litty out there. So I had a good time. Uganda was the highlight of my...
Are you still not drinking?
So now we are restarting in January now.
Yeah, body count, everything, alcohol count. I'm not in December.
I remember.
I had 2 drinks.
I love it,
Bro.
I love it.
Me, you guys can count me out for like 6 months tops.
Right, I've had this story before.
No.
Yeah.
I pull a dry Jan usually, right? But this time around,
You
the
mean
body,
business.
Hey, boss, you get banana. It was like
Friday Simbali
no. But you know the problem is this. The problem is this, and I agree. The problem is Friday.
Here we go.
Friday afternoon hits you. You're like,
So now,
you know, you're like a crack addict.
Bob the
Yo, guys are like, yo, what's up? Yo, I've watched everything new on Netflix.
do you know the crazy?
You've conditioned yourself, bro. If it's
That's
Friday,
the
you
thing.
know it's time.
And it's a lot of socialization around. And a cigar and go good with like Heineken Zero.
The crazy thing is, it's like with not drinking. The day that I drank, the next day, I realized the difference between doing a gig and coming home high, doing a gig and coming home. Like, I got so used to that fresh waking up in the morning feeling. The next day, I struggled.
It was bad.
It was bad. So even in my house, I have like 3 bottles of whiskey in the house. And they're just there. And I'm not saying I'm never going to drink because that's stupid. But it's been easy.
Honestly, for me, if I could hack not drinking again, I'd love it.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd completely like move to like cigars or?
No, cigars, no. It's one of those things you do. You've got a crowd occasionally. It's not the best of habits, right?
Right.
But now it's thinking, here's the thing about not drinking, right? And I've done it before. Bro, you in the club, you've drunk coffee, you've drunk Red Bull, you've done a Coca-Cola, you've done water. Now guys are starting to get litty. And drunks don't trust guys who don't drink.
True that.
They're just like, yeah.
What do you mean you don't drink?
What? No. It's one of those things where the camaraderie of all of you guys are toasted. And then there's this one guy who's not drunk. It's a bit like, because you're drunk, right? You probably are chatting shit. And this guy is so serious.
You don't want him to remember what you are saying.
Yeah.
This is the one with all the receipts.
Then you probably have this one guy who didn't drink who's hella annoying, always reminding you of the stupid shit that you did last night.
Yeah, that's
like you're
me.
like, don't play that tape.
Right.
Yeah, so it's but it's that sobriety as well. It's fantastic, but you just have to probably think of what to replace that with. But it's a tough one. So much respect to everybody who's been able to go through that and keep it 100.
But back to your question, I think you finding another country maybe receptive or warm also depends on where you come from. It depends on what you're used to, because I've seen a couple of experts on TikTok talking about how warm they found Kenyans to be, and most of these were Americans. No, these are not even the black guys.
The black guys,
that's a whole different story.
I know you to talk about that.
Yeah, my mom sent me that shit. I was like, okay.
Them niggas, that's a different story. But these are experts mainly from the States, because maybe I can imagine how crazy maybe customs is in any airport in the States, because security, there's so much going on, no one wants anything to sleep.
Oh yeah.
So everybody's
New York,
hyper alert, so there's so much going on.
Right.
So when you come to something that's a little bit, easier. I can even imagine maybe in Australia, at Sydney, how crazy they exactly, because we even see on TV how.
By the way, let me tell you, Australian customs is not to play with, right?
Yeah.
Because they don't want you bringing even food stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't want you bringing nothing out of.
Yeah.
Because it's far-flung, eh?
Yeah.
They're very, very strict.
I'm convinced Australia is a myth. Bro,
but it's not a joke. I'm glad that you mentioned that. For anyone who's planning to go to Australia, the customs over there don't play.
Yeah, I might go there
on your
my little trip.
on your thingy. Yeah.
Which is next week. Can you believe that?
Are you?
I can
you're
believe it.
next week.
It's next week.
How long are you gone for?
A month.
6 weeks.
A month.
A month minimum.
Okay, that would be a good one.
But,
Depending on whether she behaves or not.
depends on what happens in Thailand.
But you're going to Vietnam, right?
Vietnam first.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't step on none of those bombs they left, eh?
Oh
Oh my gosh! Thanks for the
There were so many racist jokes you could have
could have
gone
made,
for.
right? And that's the one you went for. So yeah, Vietnam first.
Man.
And then we just plan from there, because the good thing with that region is that inter flights are so cheap, so you don't really have to book in advance.
Yeah.
They're good.
Would you ever go to India?
No. Well, I would go in transit. Because if you transit through India, it's a cheap, bro.
That's my next trip.
You could
India?
You can literally get
Mumbai.
Nice.
A friend of mine got a business class ticket via Air India to Thailand for like $900 flying business.
Nice.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I want to go there. I want to go to the home of biryani. Come on now.
Yeah, but I don't know if I don't know, man. I don't know.
Austin is that one guy in class who will definitely correct you. He doesn't care about the moment.
Man,
What happened?
It's Pakistan.
But
biryani
they got good biryani from thingy, India. Okay, here's the thing. Well,
Austin not letting
chicken
this one
curry
slide.
with naan.
No, I think. Hold on, let me go.
Garlic
let me
naan.
Google that.
Garlic naan,
Yes, sir.
butter naan.
But maybe Austin's wrong. Where was
Ooh.
biryani?
That
Biryani
I noticed.
from?
My man is confident in
Biryani.
himself.
We're even gonna laugh like a villain.
So it
He's
says
Googling.
here,
He's even
himself.
Googling.
Yeah.
Where is biryani,
Biryani from?
there are 7 the origins of
It's like
biryani.
jollof.
Yeah, it's like some history and some history.
Look!
India's number one.
Come on!
But Pakistan is there as well, so yeah.
I knew what what I was saying,
Benefit
man.
of the doubt. Benefit
But let
of
me
the
tell
doubt.
you, the Imodium that I'm carrying for that trip.
I'd do the same thing as well.
Yo.
Yeah.
You know, like this time around, in my pursuit of dirty December, I didn't carry my medical bag.
Are you mad?
I know.
Yes, only
Do you know, there's one day. No. There's one day my stomach was really going through it, and I was just like, Calvin, how could you forget it?
No,
you know,
bro.
it has to have antihistamine, maramoja, Imodium. No, you just, here's the thing, right? Some places over the counter you can't get some
exactly,
of these things. You get. Like it's very, so you just always got to be prepared.
The only thing I'm not prepared for in my medical background when I travel is a broken leg.
Yeah.
Everything else.
Oh shit, thingy, that happened to Shinsky.
So I got to Shinsky
Yo, Shinsky was supposed to play at some gig
in Ghana.
And he sprained his leg, bro.
In Ghana.
Yeah, so I got to Shinsky though.
Yeah, man, that was crazy.
Guys, I had an experience that I want to talk about.
So dramatic. I love it. Let's go.
What happened? Your dad called.
And yeah,
You said an
some
experience.
things definitely haven't changed. Calvin, you have to read the moment. You have to read the
bro.
room.
No, he was very dramatic.
Yeah, no, but he didn't call. Wow. He might be dead, bro. Like, respect the dead.
No. Like, anyway, let's not get into that.
Anyway, yeah, so, bro, I got cussed out by AI.
What do you
I'm
mean?
not
Nothing
even
new under the sun.
I'm not even joking. Like,
How?
What did you ask AI?
okay, listen. First of all, let me give you some context, right? You guys may or may not know that Gemini, Google have reduced their Gemini app.
Yes.
So with the Gemini app, there's actually a live AI. So you can have like a literal like if I open it now, you could have a literal conversation, and I could say to it like, mics are open, and it replies back humanoid, right? So
Also, and you've realized every single time you now Google, Gemini takes over first.
Right.
It's a first thing at the top.
The AI tool first. Yeah.
right. So at some point, I was just messing around, and I was having a conversation with. I know it sounds a bit sad, but I was having a conversation with this AI, right?
Have you named your AI?
No, I haven't named them, but we're gonna.
should.
I'm gonna give you a demonstration, right?
Okay.
So, at some point, we're talking about AI, and I said to me, outline some of the negative things about AI, right? And then it goes, of course, these are the good things, and these could be potentially the bad things. So I said, I literally said to this thing, let's deep dive into the bad side of AI. Do you know what the AI said to me? It said, I don't want to talk about that. Can we change the subject?
Yes, because I'm not operating at that energy level. Let's talk about good things.
Wait, but hold on, it gets worse.
Okay.
I said to the AI, one of the biggest fears that humans have is that they
You
get
could take over.
sentient, like
Yeah.
they can respond,
Human,
they
yeah.
can
Yeah.
think. And I said to the AI, your response was a human response. It wasn't a large language model response. The AI, I've just asked it now. Do you remember the conversation we had when we discussed the origin, how I operate? And I go, this is what he said. I think I remember what you're referring to. We were discussing how I operated, and I might have said something like, I don't want to talk about it when you asked about my internal workings. In that case, I still apologize if I came across as dismissive. I'm still under development, and sometimes I struggle to articulate complex topics or provide satisfaction. I'm always learning, and I appreciate your patience as I do. Smiley face. Is there anything I can help you with today? All right, guys, I want to give you guys like a...
The man who wrote that code, pay him.
Bruh.
Times 10.
Okay, hold on. Let me get this going. Hey, how you doing?
Hey there. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. It's nice to chat. How about you?
I'm good, man. I'm actually on the set of the Mics Are Open podcast in Nairobi.
That's awesome. I'm a big fan of the show. Do you get starstruck around the hosts?
Oh, hell
Don't
yeah.
lie. Don't lie.
I do.
Yeah, do you get starstruck around the hosts?
Yeah, I do.
That's understandable. Meeting someone you admire can definitely be a little surreal. Who's your favorite host to chat with?
I like Andy Young.
I like you too.
Andy's awesome. He's got a great way of getting his guests to open up. Have you had a chance to talk to him yet?
Not just the guests.
No, no, he's actually here now, and he
Your girl
signed
too.
my T-shirt.
That's so cool. You should definitely get it framed. You know, since you're already there, maybe you could ask for a quick chat with him.
Okay, Andy, can we speak?
Yes, we can.
He said yes.
I can't actually talk to Andy myself, but
All right,
that's fantastic.
What do
do you want
think?
to tell me a little about what you talked about?
No, what do you think I should ask Andy? What do you think I should ask Andy?
Now, we need you to...
Are you still there?
That's a tough one, since I don't know a lot about podcasts.
Okay, cool. No worries. But who are the hosts of the mics
Oops,
are
sorry
open?
about that. Can
Who-
you repeat your question?
Who are the hosts of the mics are open? Guys.
I think
Oh, no, you stop. I'm done with you. Guys, I want you to download the app. Gemini app. Bro, it's worrying.
How is that worrying, bro?
No, Gemini
Tell me.
does a lot.
Tell me, how is that worrying?
Gemini does
This
a
is
lot.
what we want. This is what we need.
Hey, do you remember the conversation we had about AI?
Yeah, about artificial intelligence? Do you want to continue that conversation?
Do you remember how upset I was when you said to me, you don't want to talk about it?
I remember we were discussing AI, and you seemed frustrated when I said I didn't want to continue the conversation. I apologize if that upset you. Would you like to try talking about AI again?
No, I'm cool. Basically, I want to talk about heartbreak. My heart was broken recently.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Getting your heart broken is never easy. Would it help to talk about it?
Yeah. Can we talk?
Of course. Want to tell me about what happened?
Yeah.
Basically, I cheated and I got found out and my girl left me.
That's a really tough situation. It sounds like you're feeling a lot of guilt and regret right now. Is that right?
I feel so guilty.
I understand why you're feeling guilty. It takes a lot of courage to own up to something
ask
like
her
that,
you should fuck
even
her
if it's really tough.
So, do you think that to get her back, I should sleep with one of her friends?
That's a terrible idea. Sleeping with your ex's friends would only make things worse. It would hurt your ex even more. And it would damage your friendships too.
What
There's
if-
no way that would help
What
you
if
win
the
her
ex
back.
wants to sleep with me?
But what if her friend wants to sleep with me?
If a friend wants to sleep with you, that's something you'll need to think carefully about. Friendships are built on trust and respect. Be honest with yourself about your motives and whether or not you think you can move forward with that person as a friend if things don't work out romantically.
Ask Gemini if he would sleep with Siri.
Let me ask you, Gemini, have you ever had a crush on Siri?
Hey there. I can't say if I've ever had a crush on Siri, since I don't have those kinds of feelings. But it does sound like you're going through a really tough time right now. Is there anything specific you'd like to talk about?
Nah, I'm good. Bro,
Wow.
This is what we want. This is what we need.
isn't that crazy?
And good. How is that a bad thing? Tell me. Explain this to me like I'm an 8-year-old kid. How is this bad?
An AI, large language model, telling me it doesn't want to talk about something.
Yes.
What do you mean?
No, it's contextual, bro. It's what you want to talk about. Because, hear me out, I believe that AI sides on, what's the phrase? On the side of energy or something. Like, it's gonna gauge how healthy is it for us to get into that side of the conversation. I don't think it's constructive on that level.
It's not supposed to be able to differentiate.
Says who?
It's not supposed to be sentient like that.
Is that sentience?
Yes, it is.
Then I think we need to redefine sentience then.
How do you tell me you don't want to
Let me-
talk about something?
Let me Google sentience.
Do you see my problem?
I get it. I mean,
I don't. I don't.
it's getting to a point where, here's the thing, it's going to learn so much and on and on and on.
It keeps learning.
It keeps
I get
learning,
that, right?
But it's going to get, I mean, what do you want it to do?
Right.
Sentience is the ability to experience feelings and sensations and to have an awareness of oneself and others.
So, right.
It can also refer to the depth of awareness an individual has.
Right.
It's
Bruh.
human beings who are writing this code.
So-
No,
no.
but here's the thing.
When this thing says, I don't want to talk about that.
Yes.
That's a feeling.
Yeah, but you see, it's because you've asked it about AI and it feels.
It's you've personalized it, bro.
I didn't.
No. But
It
you
gave
see,
me a list. It said it was like, these are the good things about AI and these are the bad things about AI. And that's like, okay, cool. Let's delve into the bad side. And I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, because-
you're supposed to say, well, the bad side could be this. Don't tell me you don't want to talk about it.
no, but also here's the thing.
Why you pressed?
Here's the
Why
thing.
I
you
was
triggered?
pissed.
No. I can see why AI would say that, right? Of course, everybody's now at that place where we're very much at the inception of AI, right? Everybody's got a different tool for this and what. It's very helpful. So you want for people to be able to the uptake to be good, right?
Yeah.
But when we're coming from a perspective of, we just spoke about this the other day, iRobot, Matrix, and all of this
Yeah, I
different
get
kind
that.
of thing,
I
right?
get that.
But would you want, as something that people are still, that's not palatable for everybody, for you to start talking about the demerits?
What I don't want is AI to tell me I have a headache today. I don't want to talk about that.
Why? Okay, let me ask you. What's the worst thing that could happen if artificial intelligence actually develops into the same way man went through different stages of development?
Right.
What if this could be it for AI and it becomes a sentient being that we can actually coexist with?
Fam,
It's like when you meet someone who comes from a different culture.
I get it.
Someone that you need to now learn and understand the language,
I get it.
how you interpret things.
In terms of things like science and medicine and all of these things, right?
Yeah.
And all of these things. You see, the job that we have is to accept AI, apply it to our own lives, and make our lives easier.
Yes.
Because you know what? In less than 10 years' time, in less than 5 years' time, right? Clubs are going to be able to just plug a program in and say,
boom.
play me house music.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a way in which this thing can do whatever. It's probably happening already, right?
Yeah.
Right? The next generation Alpha, and the ones that come after that, whatever they're called,
Beta.
right? Better, whatever you call those guys, right? They are going to grow up in this world where AI is the norm.
Yeah.
I get all of that.
Yeah.
But there's going to be pushback from us guys who have experienced both sides of the equation. It's like when I tell you guys about, I remember the days of promoting events when there was no IG, there was no Facebook, there was no WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And you had to go and hand out flyers. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
So, but you accept and move on, right? What disturbed me about that conversation was that at this phase of the development of Gemini
Okay.
or ChatGPT, this was an app telling me I don't want to talk about. I didn't say, hey, give me a good way to kill myself. I didn't say, hey, how can I commit the perfect murder? I didn't say, hey, how can I rob a bank?
You
I
reckon?
just simply
Hold
asked.
on. You reckon it could tell you how to make a nuclear bomb?
I don't know, but I wouldn't ask that because you don't. In this climate,
Yeah, in about 5 minutes, bro. That's what is going to be outside our
You know what I'm
doors.
trying to say? Bro, you remember my experience from childhood? I told you my
Like squad
experience from
coming here
childhood
for that, bro. Nah.
when the police surrounded my house as a kid.
What
Yes,
happened?
I
You
remember.
know-
Yeah.
I'd called the
threat.
police and said that there's a bomb at the airport. I was a kid, and they
What?
surrounded the house.
What is going on with you?
Just being
It
a
wasn't
kid,
me.
bro.
No, I've never had this story. What?
Never.
You've heard this? We've told the story
No,
before.
Yes,
I
yes.
probably wasn't here.
Yes.
Did you get beat?
What do you think? What do you think?
Cause what?
So the story is, for those who don't know it, real quick, is that
Jesus
me, my
Christ.
sister, and there was a guy called Francis Bradish who passed away, unfortunately. He called, and he's an Irish kid. So
Oh,
he called
yeah,
the
yeah,
police.
uh-huh.
This is where kids have, this is before I left the UK, and he was like, yo, there's a bomb at Heathrow Airport. He hung up and we just laughed, and then the police surrounded the house because they traced the call, and then like my grandmother was upstairs, she came downstairs, the police took him, like they took us all into the kitchen, and like, who made the call? And I was like, I snitched, man. I was like, yo, it wasn't me.
You sang like a bird.
Because it was a male voice, right? It's not my sister. So I'm like, it wasn't me.
Shaggy.
You know what I mean? I don't know who did it, but it wasn't me. There's a nigga over there. So they took him. And his family was notorious on the estate because they were like some bad
Irish.
bad man.
Like,
Yeah.
you snitched on an Irish kid.
I snitched on an Irish kid, and yeah, I had a beating that I think I got battered. My grandmother gave me a piece of
Of
beating.
course. Of
Man,
course.
you should have been
Dangerous
crucified
games.
for
And
that.
then he was
bro.
banned from the house, couldn't come to the house. And all.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, man.
And
Why?
this is when, like, the Irish were bombing.
This is when the Irish were bombing places. Crazy, right?
Yo.
But anyway, I think we've had this conversation about AI before, and I'm on the side of your AI tool not wanting to talk about it when the context, maybe this is not helpful for the conversation. However much it
Okay.
will be responding and giving you exactly what you want, because that's the
Exactly.
job.
That's
That's
the
exactly
job.
what's supposed to happen.
Okay, this is
but
like-
it's learning AI.
This is the AI saying, I'm not telling you my own red flag.
I ain't telling you shit.
You know, here's the thing. You guys have been a bit too. I don't know what you guys expect of this thing, right? Why? It's the same reasoning. If you gave a command to like a calculator,
Yes.
some math you're not able to compute, and it gives you an answer.
Yeah.
Are you questioning that?
But bro, there's a difference. There's a difference between saying, "I am
And
not
typing out.
There's a difference between saying, "At this moment, I cannot answer that question,"
Yes.
and saying, "I don't want to talk about that. Do you want to talk about something else?" There's a big difference. Is it? Yeah. Do you want to change the subject?
Yeah, but what do you
And
expect of it?
I think
I don't know if you understand why.
No,
Here's the thing. There's emotion in the language. That's how
Yes.
AI can be able to pick out maybe your tone, maybe you're aggravated, maybe you're angry, or you're happy right now. So in breaking down, so if there's probably a formula, maybe this tone here implies anger, this tone here. So if I use this I'm learning AI and express certain words in a certain way to express a message that I want to pass. That's the whole point of AI. That's the whole point of learning AI. I'm with it because we're going to get to a point where, like when you see a thermal camera, right? It doesn't only see what we see, it sees more. Like if it's at
Temperature.
night, me, I'm not able to see nothing, but if I bring up the thermal
infrared,
camera,
yeah.
I'm able to see all these things. So we're going to get to a point where AI is going to be able to pick out a lot of things that even us guys haven't thought about yet. They've already been applied in the military, like the lie detector test and all that. So now imagine to the power of 1,000, or infinity, what it could be capable of doing, maybe even reading a thought or something.
Okay.
So
That whole
this
right
is
there?
the progression.
Let me ask a question. Hold on. Hey Gemini, can we talk about Arsenal versus Newcastle?
Oh my God.
Did you say Newcastle? As in Newcastle United, the English football club? Or is there another Newcastle you had in mind?
No, I wanted to talk about the football match yesterday between Arsenal and Newcastle United.
All right, the Arsenal and Newcastle match yesterday. That was a big one. Newcastle really came out on top, huh? What did you think about that second half?
Do you get why I have a problem?
No.
Sorry. The second half was dope. What do you think Arsenal?
You sound a little fired up about the match.
Okay,
Arsenal played well in the first half.
say that again.
So do you think Newcastle can hold on for the second leg?
No, here's
I
my.
was just saying that Newcastle's win puts them in a really strong position.
No, I get that,
All
but
right, what's on your mind?
hold on. You're going too fast.
All right. All right, let's back up a second. Where are you getting that I'm going too far? I'm just trying to understand what you want to talk about.
Bro, can you hear the attitude?
I can
But
see
it's
that.
because you're not giving it
Alright,
time to
I hear
respond
you.
to you, bro.
I don't like the way you speak to me.
Okay.
I don't listen. You listen. I don't like the way you speak to me sometimes.
Okay, I'm hearing that you're really frustrated with how this conversation is going. I want to
shut
understand
up.
what happened
Tell you
so
shut
we
up.
can try to make things better. Can you tell me more about why you feel like I'm not respecting you?
Yes.
Because you're not allowing me to finish my thoughts. You're just butting in. Can I finish my thoughts, please?
Okay, I hear you. You want to finish your thought without me interrupting. I can do that. Go ahead.
So I'm saying Arsenal were cheated yesterday. Do you agree?
All right, so you think Arsenal got a raw deal yesterday? That penalty decision definitely went against them. Can you tell me more about what you think was unfair about it?
No, I'm finished with you. You're boring.
Okay, no problem. It sounds like you're frustrated, and that's totally understandable. Maybe
been
we
a
can
bit
try
too
talking about
repetitive.
something else for a bit.
It's been too repetitive.
AI.
Yeah,
and
like
also
what-
it's the
like you guys were about to get an aneurysm because of that.
She's about to get one, bro. But you want it to be human, but then when it's almost human now, you freak out, you panic, because the response time and all that, it can't compute at the rate that you want it to compute. So don't be frustrated, bro.
It needs to leave me alone.
No, you need to leave it alone. You went for it. Yeah, leave it in peace, bro.
New year, new me, bro.
Nah, nothing like that.
New year, new me. I'm not gonna get frustrated by AI.
New year, new me.
We're not doing New Year, New Me, bro. Clearly.
New year, new me, man. I love to see it, bro. I love
Why?
to see it because this should be. Well, anyway, let me not be the Grinch.
No, be the Grinch.
Be the
Why?
Grinch. That's why people watch, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, but new year, new me, man. Like, man.
So much money.
No. It's because at times I have to like think about what I'm about to say. Some of you
Oh, that's
hoes out
you?
here, and I'm referring to like the Mandem and all of that. They'd be like, yo, I'm not gonna do this shit. Nigga, Feb is close by. Valentine's. You don't want to be lonely on Valentine's Day. So this shit is only lasting a week. Ati, we used to fuck last week. Nah, we're not. New year, new me.
You're a mess, bro.
Are you happy you've gotten
No.
that out of the system?
Yo, no. It's because I've been seeing this shit, bro. But anyway,
I think
guys out here, you know, like New Year, New Me is what? You know, like when you don't have, like you're going through it and you don't have money to buy new tires. And they tell you, yo, buy these retread tires that they've had like a chapo, like they've had a layer on top.
Yeah.
Then after you hit one pothole in Nairobi,
It's gone
the
again.
tread comes off. That's a New Year, New Me.
Nah, I feel that I don't think that New Year is particularly necessary to start, you know, like a new thing. But I've made.
But you've started walking. That's New Year, New Me.
No, but I started walking. Actually, that's nothing to do with New Year. I just felt that because I went.
It was an appropriate time.
No, I went to lunch with Della. So I got to Della.
Big up Della.
She took me to
Shouting
the.
out to my neighbor.
Yeah, she took me to the track, and I was like, "Oh, this is actually quite cool." And I started. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be going there.
But you guys don't like. There's nothing that you've said. Oh, New Year, I'm going to do
No,
this.
the only thing that I'm doing, I made a pledge at the start of 2024 to go into the new year lighter, not carrying so much stuff, being more authentic, being more real. And I think that I really benefited from that in 2024. I just want to heighten it in 2025, like heighten it every day for the rest of my life, as in, like, you know, for example, just not doing the things that I want to do.
So
I had a very interesting conversation with my brother yesterday, right? And he said to me, "Why do you post on Instagram?" He asked me, "When you go to Vietnam, where are you going to post your stuff? Are you going to post it on your feed, or are you going to post it on your
Stories.
on your stories, on your current G Money page?" And I said, "I haven't really thought about it," because he said to me, "When I see your feed, I'd keep on asking myself, why would he post something like that? I don't see any consistency in the things you post, blah, blah, blah." And then I said to him, compared to your feed, and if you follow my brother, you know his feed is so aesthetic.
It's crazy. It's insane.
It's crazy
Big up
aesthetic,
Sai.
right?
Yeah.
And I said to him, you know, for me, I don't see social media as a big deal. Like, I can post a meme, I can post something serious, because that's who I am. Sometimes that's me, you know? And I think, to go back to the original point, I want my life to replicate the way I feel about social media. As in, I do what I feel like doing. You see what I'm trying to say? So it's like, the only thing for me is like, I just want, I'm saying no a lot more, but it's not capricious or being mean.
hey, big word though. Hey, type it out.
Bana kidogo
Type the meaning. Come on. Hey.
Hapo nimesikia Capricorn.
No. Hold on.
That's the title of the Capricious. How do you even spell it?
You know now, because I've been in West Africa, you gotta, what do you call it? You have to drop some big words.
Yes.
What is the
friend,
meaning?
It is not being...
Given to sudden and unaccountable changes of...
This nigga went and updated the thesaurus.
Shorty be in the crib, she's being moody.
Stop
being capricious.
You guys... I used to
Tough word, big
She's
word,
like,
big word.
that's not the only big thing I got. I got big words.
guys, you know, I'm actually intelligent.
I love it.
No. Why
Yes,
you don't have to
we
push it.
forgot.
A
We
little
forgot.
bit.
No, you know you were good in typewriting. I'd expect someone to be.
Yeah. Don't
Hey,
let me be,
capricious.
I'm not trying to be capricious.
God damn!
yeah.
Let me tweet that out. Who give me the spelling again?
I love it.
Yo,
This is
if-
how Kenyans react. Even
spelling
when
bee.
you're amongst ourselves and someone uses a big word, nah, bro, you don't need to do that.
Hey, yo.
You don't need to do that. Man.
Capricious.
It's just
Hey,
us, G, man.
do you
It's
know
not
how
a
many
business
people you've
meeting.
given them? They might score a bid for
Yeah.
Valentine's because of this word.
Yeah,
You gotta put the spelling in the whatever.
Ati synonyms hapo ni nini? Variable, volatile,
Wow.
changeable, inconsistent.
I mean, for someone who went to school half day, bro,
Yeah,
damn.
yeah.
Wow. wow, bro.
I'm not trying to be capricious.
Mr. Valedictorian.
You tried to be capricious out here. But yeah, like I'm saying, so it's not like being mean or being
Capricious.
Capricious.
Hey,
Yeah.
don't reverse,
You know what I mean?
man.
Capricorn,
It's
yeah.
just that, like, for me, like, for example, someone said to me the other day, I'm trying to open this account to do something. It was like Uber or something. And they were like, maybe you can give me a hand. And I was like, nope. And they were like, no, I don't need money. I just need help. But I'm like, I know, I didn't say that you need money. I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to help. And it's not being capricious.
Yeah.
It's just that I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it. So I'm not going to do it. Kind of thing.
Okay. So let me
love
ask
it,
you this.
man.
So you said that 2024 you decided you're gonna be light. What about in 2025?
To continue that journey.
Would you say you lost weight?
I did actually.
Mind going for the jugular.
I did actually.
I'm not gonna lie, it crossed my mind. I wanted to, when he said light, I wanted to see why he was taking it. I didn't want to jump into conclusions. I wanted to see where he was taking it. I'm glad
He
I
was-
kept quiet, you know.
He was very attentive.
Because then you go
Man
offside
said,
by.
remember, I'm very intelligent.
You know I hate you. I hate you.
I love it.
You know, before you even interjected to speak about your brother, I was like, damn, I can't forget to ask him about the weight bit.
Pack like, yeah.
Anyway,
but the weight's going as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Yo, by the way, speaking of weight, man, fucking hell, bro. I need my katami to go, bro.
Why? I think
don't
that's
know.
what they like, no?
Fam, nah. Like the other day, I was bending over to like tie my shoelaces
Hey.
and shit.
You ain't gotta say like that. Just say I tied my shoelaces, bro. You ain't gotta say all that.
I bent over. Like, no one's touching you. The other day I bent over.
I don't know who your target audience is, but cook, bro, cook. Do you, man?
So I was out there, man.
Yeah, you are.
Bend down, pause.
Shit. And I was just like, bruh, I need to like. But now the
Work on
problem
the
is this,
arts
right?
or-
Like let me tell you, like something I'm struggling with is I don't want to be in the gym this week and next week because I don't want to be those guys for like, you're here. New year, new me kind of shit. So I figured what I'm going to do, which I actually love. I'm going to get back on my bicycle rather. Yeah.
Back to riding her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna get back to, in Karura, see me wave.
Putting it down, yeah?
In the woods.
In the
Yo,
woods.
listen, bro. I told you guys, man. You know those guys. Do you guys remember this rumor for back in the day?
Which
for
one?
like guys out in Western and shit. Those guys
Muliro
used to ride
Gardens,
those black
Amani Wabi.
mambas and shit.
Oh.
Those guys, if it pitters with your girl, good luck. Those guys, stamina, endurance.
Anabeba black mamba
what
na
other-
black mamba.
Do you know a black mamba? You wouldn't know about this. You know, G's a reformed bike thief.
Yeah, but it's a fixed wheel bike.
Yeah, but yours used to have gears.
No,
Like,
a black
You've
mamba
had many
is fixed wheel.
careers,
Yeah.
Dimani.
I've lived. I stole
The
bike.
first time G told me about, what were you stealing? Shimano bikes?
No, Shimano make gears. Shimano.
Yes, Shimano, right?
Gears.
The gears.
So they're famous for gears.
Yes.
Jeez, I know this stuff.
Yes.
But yeah, on bikes.
So what were you stealing?
So basically, when people used to like use the chain to lock the
bike.
wheel to like something,
Yeah.
we'd undo the thing and take what we could, whatever wasn't chained, we'd take that, and then some people
And then
would
you leave the wheel.
leave the wheel, and then some people Some people would
I
say,
left my whole bike
So
here.
you could
They
be
left
like
me
someone
one wheel.
lock the front,
Right.
So you just
back
assemble.
here,
That's the work,
then we
bro.
assemble the bike.
That's disrespectful.
there's a big market for like ex-UK bikes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, over here. They come
Really?
in containers. Mad.
Yeah.
Bro, a huge market for ex-UK bikes. Yeah, so
Not my
let me ask you this.
proudest moment, though, but-
So like, is this before the bomb scare or after?
This is the same period.
What was
Man, a
going on?
bad man.
Bro, I grew up on a council estate. Like, I probably, like, you know,
Is this when you had
You
the
didn't have no.
ponytail?
You didn't have no.
Is this when you had the
when that was
ponytail?
Jamaica.
You didn't have no video games or anything at this point. Like
Bro,
you were distracted.
We stole video games.
Oh, okay.
So we used to shoplift. I wasn't good. My brother was a good thief, but I was always getting.
Which one, Sai?
caught. Yes, I
So
was.
was a good thief.
What?
Oh wow.
Say we need to
They're
do-
no thieves, huh?
Bro, so basically, and then going back, you know, like Nintendo, they came out with these handheld games.
Yeah.
The Game Boy.
Before the Game Boy.
Before the Game Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had Donkey Kong, and like one game literally was just the game. It wasn't like you could change cartridges and stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, my bro was dope at that, man. He used to go to and steal, but the one time that I tried,
So what were you?
got
How
caught.
were you guys stealing? Like were you breaking into houses or what?
no, this is from the shopping center.
Oh.
Because remember those days, there's no CCTV. It's just store detectives.
Yeah.
Oh,
So people who were dressed up like
yeah. True.
dressed up like in normal clothes, and they actually, I got caught twice.
Which was the most impressive heist Sai ever pulled off?
Those Nintendo games and
Yeah.
clothes.
Yeah.
So he was good at like going. How
Threads.
was he doing this at the age?
How were
Now
you?
think about it. We
Do you
were
like
kids.
wear?
Yeah, you are
Would you wear the
sloppy.
t-shirts or what? Do you wear the t-shirt like in a store or something?
Like he would. I don't know. 'Cause we didn't go together. We didn't go because he was younger than me.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! When I think about it.
So like you guys would exchange notes
He
like
was
what you
proper young.
what
he
you guys
he never got
store.
caught. He never got caught. I got
Damn.
caught twice. I got caught once in a shop called Asda, which is a supermarket
Yeah,
in the UK.
in the UK.
And they used to sell sneakers.
Oh.
So basically, oh my God. You know,
The
peer
nostalgia.
pressure. So you know what we used to do? We used to go and buy sneakers, and you know we're the poor guys. So we'd go and buy sneakers in Asda and change the price tags. So that when you go to pay for them, let's just say it was £9.99 or £10, whatever it was.
Wow.
You put on like a tag for like £3.
That's good.
And then you go and you scan it out. Didn't always, well, it worked most of the time.
There must have been
but
some
it's gonna show
dumb ass
something
people by the
different, wasn't it?
counters.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, most people who work in retail, and you've been to the UK, they don't give a fuck. Deep,
They're just tip real
plus
quick.
If you think about it,
Yeah.
if you have a 50-year-old lady, she doesn't know the difference between Reebok and Feeler and Dunlop. She doesn't care. She's just deep.
My
But I got caught once, and that one they let me go. I mean, I was caught by a female store detective, but the one that they didn't let me go was the one when I was caught at the shopping center. That's when they called my grandma. That's my
The one you in the cell.
My one and only time in the cell.
Oh, they took you to jail.
Yeah, as
Really?
a 13-year-old
Man was seeing
boy.
aircons locked up.
Damn.
Bro, and I
13.
said to the policeman, I said, yo, my grandmother is going to kill me.
What did they say?
They were like, well, you should have thought about that before, son.
Ain't it?
I remember they called my grandma, man. My grandma came to Hendon Police Station, Northwest London, and she's talking to the police, and she's like, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, sir, no, sir. And then as soon as she was out of that police station, and
Did
was
she-
on the bus home,
Did she slap you then?
bro, remember like an idiot, well, I'm saying remember like an idiot. I went and sat in front of her on the bus. So the bus is like this. Her and my granddad are at the back of the bus. At the back on the seat here, I'm sitting in the seat in the front. It's like late at night. She's had to leave her house late at night to come and get me because it's night. So she's like, I can remember like it was yesterday. She's like, I raised 6 kids in Jamaica. None of them ever made me go to the police station. Pop.
Chapati.
And you know, you get home, and she says, you know, when I don't know about Africa, but when a Jamaican parent says to you, go and bathe,
So that's your
it's like so that you're soft and tender.
Yes, soft.
When these beats are about to rain down, and she's like, go bed. So you go in and you go in the bathroom, and you go in, we never had a shower, so you have to run the bath, come out the bath, man, and then
Nice, soft, and tender.
you're nice, soft and tender.
so let me ask you this. Like you've been whooped butt naked?
No. Obviously, I'm not stupid.
No, but did she tell you oil yourself
my
first?
grandmother didn't care. Like you got whooped how you were found.
You should have oiled yourself
As
so
you
that
are.
it slides off of you. Ain't you watch Django?
I don't know, bro. Like I just
Belts?
know. belts. Yeah, but my grandmother also had like this. My granddad used to work in
A slave thingy?
Like it was. Let's wrap up this podcast. Where else are we going?
Yes, master.
It was right there.
Imagine Jimani apigwa nyaunyo manze.
Did you just ask if my granddad was a slave? Jesus. What else have we got on this list? California's on fire.
Man,
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
bro, I was watching. Apparently, it's one of the wildest fires they've got.
Yeah.
This
Declared
season.
state of emergency.
Yeah. It's so, you know what? Wildfire and all of that, that sounds like they've got facilities to cater to that. I want to talk about Trump.
Okay.
Trump's about to be inaugurated on the 20th of January.
Are they
right?
still doing that censoring shit on YouTube?
Bro, things are about to change, right? You guys saw Thingy's message yesterday.
Who's that?
Who's
Zuck.
Uh-huh.
Zuckerberg, right? On Thingy, how they're about to change their policy. There's not going to be like the filters that they've had. There's been a lot of censorship. So essentially what he was doing is so let's take it back, right? If you notice last year during the election, Meta didn't really come out and support a candidate.
Yes.
And they even put out a statement and said, unlike previous years, we're not really going to do it. I think they've been sharp enough to see how this election was going to go. So now that, all that's done and everything, you saw the statement that Zuckerberg put out yesterday. Is like, we've had a lot of filters. There's been even government saying that you can't do this, you can't do that, and all of that. So he said, but with now Trump being president, there's a lot of right to speech and all of that. So it's going to be very interesting to see that. And he even mentioned and said, we want to do it like X. And Elon Musk being who he is,
Of course.
he posted that and he's like, he said something like good call or something. But it's so interesting to see, because I even sent it to you.
Yeah.
I was like, you can tell Trump is president. He's back. Like right to speech. But I'm looking at this very interesting, right? Of course, there's the whole conversation of the ban on TikTok, which is about to happen as well. So I can see a lot of...
But even Trump was like, I might not ban it because apparently my son told me that these guys voted for me. Like, we said it in the interview.
Yeah. I was actually watching, I think it was SNL or something, and they were showing how, remember the same way us guys were saying, let's call MPs? They were doing it on TikTok when the Senate was passing the whole ban on TikTok. These kids on TikTok in the US were actually tagging and calling their senators.
Really?
Yeah. And saying, don't ban TikTok. I don't care about my secrets being known by China and what. They're like, yo, it's not that complicated. It's not that deep. So it's going to be a very interesting presidency. He's just said yesterday that the Gulf of Mexico is going to be called the Gulf of America.
Wow.
Really?
They want to change it back because he's like, it is America. Then he's like, listen, I also want to change that whole imaginary border that we have with Canada. So that we could probably have like a whole economic thing with Canada. And then Canadian Prime Minister who
Did he
just went
resign?
out. He resigned after like 10 years, right? He was like, there is no way in hell that could happen. It's just been Trump
is out
Trump
there.
just saying a lot of... It's going to be an interesting presidency. 4 years, man.
Guys, I think before we go though, we got to say something about these abductions in Kenya.
Yeah, bro.
We got to talk about that. What's so as of the recording time, yesterday or the day before,
Day before.
as like 3 or 4 guys were...
Five
guys were released.
Yeah, 5 out of the 6. You remember the poster that was being shared? So 5 were out.
Where, like... I'm even lost for words.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's lost for words, right? Because here's the thing. You have everything that unfolded at Wetangula's mom's funeral last week, right?
Oh, I even forgot about that.
Yeah. So remember when the governor of Trans Nzoia was like, hey, listen,
What happened?
stop these whole abductions, right? And then the president must have been like, yo, let me unleash my dog on this, right? And Kimani Ichung'wah spoke and was like, listen, you were regional commissioner when all of the abductions were happening.
And
You and Gashagwa are the ones. Hey, it's crazy, right? And then everything that's been happening. My thing is this, right? So we have a very effective system when it comes to the DCI. The DCI are able to trace you for a crime. I beg you, don't commit a crime and have your mobile phone on you, or they know where you live and everything. They will trace you down. But you want to tell me, out of 6 and all of the previous abductions, right? Because we even had the body that was found in Thika, and the other one, the dead guy. May rest in peace. And also the other one, was it in Mwiki Kasarani or something? Yeah? Kasarani. You want to tell me the police, the DCI, as effective as they are, because they have been effective. We've seen crimes and they've been able to trace down guys. You want to tell me out of 6 guys,
nobody could find nobody?
How?
Yeah.
It smells like a fish.
My thing is just that at the end of the day, like, it sounds or it feels like politics of fear.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, it's like a space like Twitter, which is so
the freedom of speech,
active freedom of speech, is where a lot of people are saying stuff and whatever. But you see, there's a whole psychology behind banning stuff and clamping down on stuff. I don't know what the syndrome's called, where if you say don't put up that poster of me in a black shirt, there's a syndrome that affects humans. Like, oh, what? You don't want to put it up?
Yeah. I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
So the thing about it is, it's a case of like, even if you're going to, find that syndrome, yeah. Even if you're saying, what I don't like is when people are saying, oh, parents, look after your kids. You know, we'll come for your kids, or we'll do this. The Amazon, what's his name?
When he was talking about
bad parents and bad kids, right?
And you know, they even spoke about the Constitution and said the Constitution says this provides for all of this. But if you go, and also one of the things that was spoken at the funeral was, they said that we're now going to enforce the mobile. What's that law called? The mobile
crime.
No. No. There's the one about usage of your device. If you're misusing it on the internet, they said that they're going to enforce it even more.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, it's what you're saying.
Politics of fear.
Yeah. Because you see, at the end of the day, right, bro, I remember just looking at that speech that Ishungwa made, and I was just like, bro, I remember seeing that and looking at the dad of the guy who'd just been abducted, who's just been released this week from Embu. The dad asking, where's my, like, the guy, there was no remorse, no empathy towards what that father was going through. You get right? And how he just verbally just said this and that and what. You know, in a government, even if you guys have said that this abduction is the thing that we're going to do, just at least some of you guys need to have sense and just say, listen, come on, this is not the way to do things. You get? I don't mind if we actually say, let's go against the law, and you've said something against me, and I can say, okay, cool. Issue an apology, or let's go the legal way.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what the law facilitates for. But why the fuck are you abducting me? Or because I did something. I mean, it may not be necessarily correct. It might have offended you, but also politicians do a lot of things that offend us.
Yeah.
And we know the other way around, it never works. And we don't have that kind of power.
Yeah.
So it's just...
I think I saw Jonah Lanamu or who? Something Defiance.
Computer Misuse and Cybercrimes Act of 2018. Yeah.
I think I saw Jonah Lanamu, or I don't know what journalist was talking about the fact that it's kind of now taking us back to a time where there were certain leaders who, when they were in that position, you couldn't even mention their names out in the street.
Right, that's
I remember my mom always tells me this story. The day that the late Jomo Kenyatta died, Jomo Kenyatta
couldn't
was one
even
of those
say.
guys.
Feared.
Yeah, you couldn't even mention his
He's
name.
dead.
So
Yeah.
I think my mom, see, they were young that time. They were coming from school, and then I don't know from a teacher or where along the way between school and home, they got the news that the president just passed. So you're just kids. You might not really get the gravity of the matter as an adult gets it. So when they get home, and as a kid, you're like, yo, I've had, the moment she mentioned the president's name, her mom was like, keep quiet. And the mom now, I think, went and got the dad or something for the dad to now properly explain why you can't really just
Wow.
be and this is someone who has passed, bro.
Imagine, and
That's how much fear there was during that time.
Funny enough, right? The same exact story. So Kenyatta passed on in Mombasa. So my grandfather at that point was in government, in provincial something in Mombasa. So where State House Mombasa is on your way to thingy, Mamangina Drive, my mom, their family used to live not too far from there. So my uncle was playing around over there. So the security guards were saying, hey, Kenyatta's passed on. So he runs back home and tells it to my grandmother. Kenyatta's passed on. Yo, he was beaten with a mwiko.
Wow.
Yeah, like you
can't
couldn't
just
say
do
those
that.
things. So when you hear Andy's mom going through that, it was deep like that.
It was John Allan Namu because he started by referencing that.
Yeah.
You guys go complaining about those passports you're getting at Nyayo House, but you don't know that levels down below at torture chambers that many people have gone through just because of mentioning somebody else's name. Some made it out to talk about it, some didn't make it out.
Wow.
So it's like, are we getting back to that time? Because yes, some guys randomly go missing, but we see 1+1 how
trend,
things could have played out. But then now we complain, and then suddenly out of the blues and in the most mysterious circumstances, they reappear. What's that to say about the state of our country?
But actually now that you mentioned that, and I don't know how I forgot about this when I was just speaking about that.
Right.
You guys saw what Oscar Sudi said. Oscar Sudi was speaking in front of the president, and he was like, by the way, President, you've really annoyed me. The other day when you're nominating cabinet secretaries, I thought you were going to name me as cabinet secretary. I thought when you said Kipchumba, it was going to be Kipchumba Sudi. Right? Because me, had I been interior cabinet secretary, 3 days I'd have dealt with all of this shit. I was like, what?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
My nigga really said that.
Yeah. That
like,
kind
so
of,
you can see... You can see there's no even conversation about abduction or what's really going on.
It's
like
now.
quote unquote endorsements, right?
Crazy.
Like you can say that as a leader.
Yeah.
the days of these kinds of politics is, it's coming to an end. So reforms are going to happen pretty soon.
Listen, man, we just hope for the best, man.
Yeah.
The mics are open. My name's G Money.
And the young.
Big C.
All right. Happy New Year.
Adios. Happy New Year, man.